Hello everyone, I'm Defense3004. Welcome back to Satisfactory. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. I always enjoy hanging out with you. So step back, relax, enjoy the video, and let's get into some gaming. I was going over to get some coal over there, and I kind of have a little bit of a problem right now. I've never seen this happen before, but I kind of have a little bit of a glitch with my tractor right here. So it was going along and I went over this right here and it kind of jumped and ended up a little sideways like it is now, and I ended up over here by this rock and I ended up not being able to get it out of the ground. And you can see that the wheels right down there are still spinning like it's trying to go, but when I try to go it won't let me go. I can, you know, turn the wheels and everything, it just won't go. It's like it's stuck in the ground and I don't know how to get this thing out. So the only thing I'm going to be able to do is to dismantle it and build it again, because I don't have a lot of options. And that kind of stinks, but okay. 5 missing frames. Okay. What do I have on me that I can drop? The heck, yellow. Okay, I got that stuff from the inventory. I guess I'm gonna drop those. And I will get that out. Thank you very much. And then we will go to Q and we'll build the tractor. I have never seen it do anything like that. That was very, very, very strange. So let me just go ahead and take everything to go ahead and put stuff back in here. We're gonna go try this again. That was the strangest thing I've ever actually seen with this. Very odd. I never, like I said, saw it, so it was just a strange happening. In any case, I was going over to get stuff and that happened, so that's where I started right now. Was in the middle of this all happening. Now there should be a package here. Maybe there isn't, I don't know. I thought that there was a rock, but maybe it's already gone. So is that it? That's it. Okay, we'll take all that, we'll put that in, and we'll go over and we'll get the coal, and then we'll go back, because I'm going to run out of coal here really, really soon if I'm not careful. Oh, I guess I had a lot of wood in there. Didn't realize I had that much wood. Okay, now, let's go try this again. I was kind of racing my other tractor and tried to get away from it, you know, try to get ahead of it. I ended up spinning around, and then when I came up over that river there, I crashed. Strangest thing I've ever seen. That was bizarre. So let's get over there, we'll get the coal, and then we'll head back, we'll put that in, and we'll go see what we can do to get the rest of our stuff going, because we need to get the automated wiring going. And Finger, I'm going to chop you off again. I've been threatening to do that to you for a long time. So we're going to go see about that, and hopefully we'll get all that done, and maybe we can go launch the next piece for our space station up there, our space platform. And that would be good if we could. I got the iron out of the coal, I mean, out of there, and last time that I was playing, I was, you know, getting ready to do a video and I ran out of power for some reason, and I didn't know why. So I wanted to show you something that happened, and it was down here. It happened up here too, where the coal goes in to the forges here, you know, to the smelters here, the steel smelters, whatever these things are, the foundries. And what happened is, as you see, the coal is, you know, you know what the coal looks like. And on me right now, I have a little bit of coal, and I also have a steel beam. And if you don't look correctly at them, you just kind of, you know, you see something black in there that looks kind of similar in shape. Make sure that you know what you're putting in, because for the main reason is, the reason why I ran out of power is there was a steel beam that ended up getting into here. And then, of course, followed this belt along, and it ended up going here. And it ended up being right up in here, so I had to figure out a way to take it out, and then when I did, everything worked fine. But it took a little bit to figure out what was going on, because it didn't have any power, any coal. And I was like, what the heck is going on? Well, I didn't know what I had done until after I was looking, and it's like, well, what's going on over here? There's plenty of coal on this conveyor line, and I was just trying to figure out what was happening because both sides were not working properly. And so up in here, right up by here, there was another steel beam that it ended up on there. And I think it was on both of these, I don't remember, but it ended up clogging up the whole thing, and I couldn't do anything with it. So do be aware of that, that sometimes you just are in kind of like, you know, trying to get things done and you're not thinking about it, and you end up putting something in that you didn't mean to put in, and it does happen. It really does, and I found that out firsthand. It was a honest mistake, but it looked so similar that I didn't even realize that I had done it. So I just wanted to, you know, point that out so that way you knew also. Okay, let's go see about a couple of things. What we want to do is we want to see about opening up these blueprints. So we're going to have to get this stuff, but this is going to cost quite a lot. We can do this pretty easy, but let's go ahead and select this milestone. Okay, we need that, and let's go see how many of that framework that we have and how many of those automated wiring we have. We just started making that, as you know, last time, so we have to go see how much we do have. All this jumping around, man, you'd think that they would get very, very tired very, very quickly, because it makes me tired watching them jump around. So, in here, we do have a stator that is being made. It just needs another steel pipe. And since we have enough copper or iron, that black stuff there, coal, that will help. Let's go here. We need 100 of these. We only have 46. So it is coming. It's just taking a little while longer than what I was hoping it would. But this is almost to be one more. It's not a lot, I know, but it is coming. So that's the good part. Let me see. Okay, well, you know what I can do? I think I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put like half those into there, and then that will actually get us, hopefully, most of what we need. And that should help out quite a bit, or so I hope. Now, let's, oops, I wanted to go up over this way. Oh, and I found out something with this thing, too, this battery. This battery will not charge right now because it has to be connected to something other than these over here. So it cannot be connected to these. And I think right now it is connected to those. So I have to have it connected to that down there in order for that to charge right. And what that means is I'm going to have to figure out if there is a free slot somewhere. There is, then I can make this actually charge, but I have the battery charge, and I don't know if there's going to be a free slot. There's not on there. What is there on there? There is on there, so I could have the battery hooked up to here, and then we can have some backup energy, but I have to, you know, go get that done. So let me go see about taking that battery apart. And then we'll build the battery over there, and we'll hook it up, and it should get some extra energy. And if so, that's going to be awesome. That's going to help out quite a lot. So let me just go ahead and disconnect this guy, because he is connected to those over there, and not this here. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Now, let's go over here. There we go, jumped right up on there. Hopefully there will be enough coal for a little bit. I didn't call out iron this time. And let's go over to here. And let's go see about putting that in. Somewhere where it's going to be kind of, you know, in a safe place and also out of the way. And I don't know if it'll let us do it over there, but we're going to go see. Let's go to power. Let's go see about power storage. It looks like it will actually let us put that in right over here. I think that would be a good place. So if we have that, then we can take a line from, where'd it go, where'd it go, where'd it go? For that right there, over to that one right. Nope, that one right there. Okay, now what this should do is hopefully this will start charging, and that should be good. I don't know when it's going to start charging. It will start showing here soon, and then we'll start having some charge, but it's going to take a little bit, so I'm hoping that maybe it will, you know, start doing it here soon, because it is hooked right up to here now, and that's good. It just, of course, you know, maybe a little bit, because that's supposed to turn blue on here, is what that's supposed to do, and I'm hoping that that will actually work. So we're just gonna wait a little bit, and we'll come back to this. We will see, and we'll make sure that there is. Because let's go see how much power we're actually using here. Okay, power capacity 275, and production is there, so actually we should be having enough power to be able to start charging this guy. Now when that happens, I don't know. We really do have to kind of wait and see. As far as I know, I have everything hooked up the way it should be, but I don't know because I never, you know, tried doing this, and hopefully it will work. Alright, let's go see about the versatile framework. Let's go see what we can find in there, and hopefully there will be... We need 1,000. I don't think we're going to have anywhere close to that much. Hey, pupper. Hi. Yeah, I know. I'm petting you. You don't want to be petted. I know, I know. Let's go hopefully see... Come on, get up there. Almost. There we go. Maybe we'll actually be able to pay one of these days, huh? So, versatile framework. Let's go see how close we actually are. That should be in here. That is not. That is over here. Okay, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, and 40. It's going to be a while before we have any of that. But I guess what we can do, we should have enough cable. I am going to see about getting some cable, and we're going to get that part done. Then we'll get some concrete. We should have lots of concrete, don't we? Yes, we should. Because this thing should be full of concrete. We'll take that. We'll take that. We have 1,000 concrete, and then we'll go get the 500 cable. We should have enough room, I would think, and then we should be able to be good at that point. And hopefully we'll be able to make everything that we need to, and then we can open up the next section, which is going to be, you know, tier 5, I do believe. So this thing isn't going to be very full, but I do know that there are ones that are. So let me go all the way over there and go see if I can get some of that. And we'll start putting that stuff in. Just now ready to put in the last piece, so let's go ahead and do that. Sweet! So now we have that.
Milestone reached. Blueprints reduce repetitive building tasks, further optimizing your progression towards saving Earth, with its beautiful ecosystems, abundant natural resources, and sunsets over frolicking puppies and kittens. The blueprint designer allows you to build and combine structures once and then duplicate that configuration effortlessly. Any complaints about the spatial restrictions will only reveal your own inefficiencies.
Okay, well, I mean, that's not exactly 100% false, you know, so there is that. Now, I don't know if we can open up the next section. Okay, phase Tier 2 locked. We need to have this opened up with 1,000 of those and 100 of those to be able to open up tier 5. So that's going to be a little bit. What I might do is just go ahead and gather some coal, maybe go around and gather some other things and not wreck the tractor this time. I don't know if there's anything on here that I can take out that I really don't need. Well, looks like there is some things that I can take out of there. Okay. So I'm going to go get some of this stuff put away, and then we will go out and gather the coal and wait for those to be done. I'm headed back over to try to get some more coal, but something else that I'm going to do too is I use my scanner, and there is some coal around here too. In fact, there's 2 nodes of coal. I'll show you where the other one is. So the first one that we have is right here. And what I'm going to do is a little different. I'm going to upgrade this time. So on here, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to put on this miner Mark II. Does 120 resources per minute. And I'm going to have him kind of maybe, where's the other ones? Way over there. I'm just going to make a container here. I'm going to have him facing out about like that. Okay. So that's done. And then what I want to do is have a container for that to go in. And then we can get this full. So I'm going to set him about right there or so. And then I'm going to do this as well. Underneath the logistics, there is a conveyor belt Mark II. I'm not going to do a Mark III because that's pretty expensive, but it does 270 resources per minute. This one does 120. So let's take that from there and into there. So that we have that. Okay. And then I am going to take this, and I'm going to make, of course, I'm going to have to make some power and stuff like that, because I don't think that power over there is going to supply this, so I'm going to have some more stuff, but if I can do that, I think that should help out a lot. And then we're going to get this guy going, but I want to show you where that other coal is. I couldn't find it for a minute, and I didn't know where it was. It says it was like 50 meters away from like right here, but I didn't know exactly where. And of course, you know, there's those critters over here, those bugs. So what you have to do is over here, get up on like one of these rocks here, and then jump up onto here. Come on, you can do it. There you go. And then right up here, there is another node of coal. So we could technically actually have another one here that would help. As far as I know, there's like one like 1,600 feet away or meters away. There's also some of those cracked rocks we're gonna have to go see about soon and see if we can figure out a way to get into those. But we're definitely gonna have to go and get some more wood and stuff so we can make another place to be able to get things going for power. So I'm gonna go gather that, and then we'll set up another power place. And I don't know if we can set that up right now. I am not too sure. Coal power, not right now, but a biomass, we do not have the copper wire. So we'll have to go back, get the copper wire. So let me go do that. We'll gather up the coal and stuff, and I don't think there's any copper wire on here. There could be, I am just not too sure. There is no copper wire on there. There's copper, but no copper wire. I wonder, can we make... I don't know if we can actually make copper wire on, can we? I guess we can. All right, well, let me go to vehicle storage. Let me see, that's on me, so that should work. I don't know why that won't work, but I guess I'll take all that off, and we will go back to here. We will go to crafting bench, and we'll just go ahead and make quite a bit of copper wire. Got the copper wire made. Now let's go ahead and see about putting in a biomass burner. Maybe we'll stick that on this side this time. And then, of course, we'll have to have, you know, something to put stuff in. So we'll do that there. And then we will, of course, go put it in another container so that we can do that. We're also going to have to put in another constructor. So we got to have that constructor to be able to, you know, make what we need. Okay, get in there, and then we will put in just a regular one of these from there to there. Put in a container back here, so we'll go back to Q and whoops, put in another container, and then we should be able to go get what we need. Okay, and I think that should work. Awesome. There we go. Now, I'm going to go gather some wood. It won't take too terribly long. I do know the place where there is some. I saw it from when we were looking at the coal. There's a whole bunch of trees up here, but I do believe there may be some dangerous stuff up here too, so we're going to have to go see. Hopefully it won't be too bad, and we can go figure out what we can do here. Ooh, he hurt us. He was a big one. Did you notice that? Holy moly, that guy's huge. That guy's a much bigger one than what I am used to seeing. Well, let's go take him out. Okay, we didn't get anything from... Oh, there it is. Wow, yes, we got 3 stinger remains from that one. Normally we only get 1, so that's pretty awesome. That should be iron. So let's go gather stuff up here. Ooh, wait, look at that out there. That's amazing. Let's go take a look at that view here in a quick minute. Cool, that'll work. I do believe there's gonna... I think that we get wood from this too, if I remember correctly. We get a little bit, but we can always use the mycelia somewhere else. That is quite the view, I do gotta say. That's pretty awesome looking. That's a long ways away, too. How do you like that? That's beautiful. It's a beautiful country out there. Let's go see if we can get some more, and then we'll start getting that going, and we'll get a lot more coal going. Yeah, I do believe that I have everything going now, so this guy should be starting to get a bunch of... Oh wow, look at all that. Holy moly, that's going fast. That is going to add up rather quickly, and that's good. That's cool. That should help. That should make a whole bunch. Let me go see about putting in a bit of this in here. Get that guy nice and full. Okay, that'll help that. And this guy is already full, so I don't have to worry about that. Now, we're going to have lots of coal in there. This other one should be full. We're going to need more coal anyway, and that's going to help. And I may even see about making something from there over to there, so we can keep coal full Let's go gather up the coal that we have in here, and then we'll head back over. We'll go see how much we have of anything else that we can get so we can make all those parts. Well, this guy was already full, that container. I've already emptied him mostly out. There's a little bit left in there. By comparison, this one over here wasn't even anywhere close to full. It wasn't even half full, so that tells you just how fast those Mark IIs can gather coal, and I could replace that first one with the Mark II, or even the second one, or all of them really, and get stuff a lot faster, and then that would, you know, help drill stuff out. But then I'd have to redo all the lines and everything else for a lot of different things. Not that that's a bad thing or anything, but I could do that. So I may think about that in the near future. Right now I need to go get some leaves so I can have stuff to put in my generator down there. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll head back. We finally have enough of that automated wiring. We now have 100 of it on us. We have a 50 there, and there is another 50 right there. So we have 17 left. Let's go and put that in. Then we'll look to see if we're any closer to the you know, the things that we need, the other parts. I can't remember what they're called right now. I know what I'm thinking of, I just can't think of what the name is. These things right there, the versatile framework. Let's go and put these guys in. That's ready. Now we just need 1,000 versatile framework. I was thinking of like radio tower stuff, but I knew that wasn't right, but that's kind of what it looks like. So we're getting closer now. We have all that we need of that. Now the automated wiring can just go ahead and build. And with that coal doing that much more faster, we now have that thing about half full of coal, that station over there, so that's good. Now we can go see if the versatile framework is quite a bit closer. I'm hoping that it is. It is closer. 100, 200, 300. So we have 382. We need to get 1,000, and that's going to be quite a ways down the road. So for right now, I think what we're going to do is just wait, and I'll continue gathering coal and making sure everything else is full. But this is satisfactory. The automated wiring is now done. We just need to wait for all of that stuff that I was just talking about, and I can't remember what it was called again. That thing that are in those containers, the framework. That's it, the framework. Yes, this framework right here. We need all of the versatile framework. I don't know why I cannot remember that, but I'm having a hard time remembering that for some reason. So we should have enough stuff coming soon. I'm going to gather coal, like I said, and then we will continue, and we're going to go see what we need. I don't know if we're going to be able to find what anything else is, but I'm hoping that soon we can. So right now we can't open anything else, and we can't even see what's going to be under these. So we have to unlock 2 to get those 2, and then we have to unlock phase 3 for that. And looks like phase 4 for tier 9 or phase 9. So there'll be a lot more stuff opening up underneath here, but we do have a lot of stuff happening, and that's really good. That does help out. Hopefully we'll be able to continue this and make some good progress. And if you've enjoyed the episode, drop a like on the video, and if you like what you see here, consider subscribing. We have a lot of stuff going on. Our plans are working, and everything is coming along just fine. You have a great day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.